Hello there, Chocolate Muffin. Welcome to Juicy Crypto News. Bitcoin is at $34,000. We have a lot of information to get through today. We have so many things coming at us from different angles. Everybody is worried that we're going to come back or retest lower. In my experience, yeah, it could happen. Or it could go and do it later. You don't really know. I think everybody is still surprised, disbelief about the green candle that's just appeared in Bitcoin, and hopefully for the rest of the crypto industry as we see a bit of life return. I want you to know that on the CoinGecko website, you can go there. You will see some coins up, some coins sideways. I'm going to tell you now, if you are new, welcome. Take a seat over there. Keep your back straight. Again, many other content creators, influencers, all these other people on YouTube that you watch, okay? So firstly, like, subscribe, belly button, all to me. They are not going to tell you the truth. The truth is, these people, they're a bit scared. They don't want to tell you that a certain coin is absolute garbage, filth, trash, and not designed to pump. They're too scared of receiving backlash from their community because these people care about reputation. But here's the thing. I care about you. So people not watching, what business do they have? I'm here to tell you the truth. So there are many things you can see on the front page of CoinGecko that not other people are going to tell you. For example, if you go to CoinFlow, it's got a green logo. I participated in Flow and it's ICO. But Flow, from the founder themselves, they literally said they don't want Flow's price to go up because they want the gas fees for Flow, the chain, to be cheap. Flow, I think, is like a gaming NFT little chain. We did it on the public ICO. We dumped it. Garbage. I don't like that. You don't like that either. Imagine telling people, yeah, this thing is designed not to grow in value. This is garbage, but you're not going to hear that from anybody else. There are many other coins here with certain patterns that you have to figure out. For example, something in cycle number 3 and number 4 is going to find a very hard time to compete with something in cycle 1. Compete for attention. So yeah, they might be around in cycle 5. For example, VeChain might be around in the next cycle, but it might just do like a 4x and then round trip. And you might be better off buying something new. You're like, you know what? I'm going to take a punt on Pepe. I'm not telling you to buy Pepe. I'm just giving you an example. There's so many things to uncover here. Real DeFi is better than fake DeFi. Luckily for you, you're getting all your information from the greatest source. We have breaking news. Trashy Cynthia Lamas has officially filed to the Department of Injustice for a criminal investigation charge on Binance and Tether. Let's pump the music because Trashy Cynthia's third biggest campaign contribution comes from the securities and investment sector. Oh, I never could have picked that. By the way, where do you think this information came from? It came from me. As soon as I found out that Trashy Cynthia has come on to try illegally take down Tether and Binance, I went and I investigated myself. I went to all the political research websites to find out where she gets her funding, and surprise, surprise, oh, you get your funding from banks and hedge funds in the securities and investments area. Golly gee, so this is all public information. Luckily, I did it straight away. I mean, there's no surprise, right? You're not even shocked about this. So don't forget, she is bribed and compromised. Now, if you remember this was a world event. I'm not going to talk about it because YouTube like to shadow ban if you talk about it, all right? So Tether and Binance, they're just standing there. Golly gee, do you have a planned attack coming? Oopsies. I'm here to explain to you what's actually going on, right? So the US government, under control of the Banking Cartel, is planning to illegally attack Binance and Tether. We are even seeing this with evidence from Soy Bankman-Fried, who said, one for one, leaked from Caroline, that the US regulators were helping him to attack Binance. This was back in March 2022. It's no surprise that the US Fed started hiking rates and they said they're going to do a big crackdown and they try to usher in the crypto bear market. They did. It's no surprise. And in the midst of this turmoil, they wanted to take everything down. By the way, I was right here. I guess they didn't know that FTX was running a Ponzi too the whole time. So they got the double whammy. Hypocrisy, isn't it? So the US government, right, they want to attack them. Why? Look at this. Banking Cartel, they own the US Fed. Okay, so here I am saying they are doing the evil bidding of the US Fed. The US government is under control from them, from the powerful lobbyists. Why? They have access to the money printer. The US Fed controls all of this. That's how the game goes. What is their ultimate goal? Their ultimate goal is to route Bitcoin volume through Coinbase. Why? Coinbase is American, homegrown. They have the custody there. They know the CEO. It's on the stock market, which means they can pull strings and they have you basically controlled like a puppet if they need to. They want a government-approved stablecoin to be where the volume gets funneled through. Right now, all the volume is in BTC USDT, Tether. You can go to CoinGecko, click on Bitcoin, and then scroll all the way down and look at this. Bitcoin markets, you can see volume from Binance here, 1.4 billion. You see this? Enormous volume. That's what they want. Okay, so they also have the Binance coin here, FDUSD. They don't want these. They don't want anything to be associated with it. They want the volume of that to go down. Do you see that? Look at this. If you add up FUSDT, so here, FDUSD, and the Tether one, it is much bigger than Coinbase's volume. They want to invert this. Then they have total power and control. They can control Bitcoin if the volume goes through there. If they have BTC USDC as the volume, that's where all the Roca Negra ETF volume is going through. They can eventually, over the next 3, 5, 10, 15 years, gain complete control because all the action is going there and they want to squeeze everything out. Crypto is in a then they fight you phase. And the US Fed, owned by JP Mosquito, they want to do the routing of the volume. As I just mentioned, this is the Trashy Cynthia's. This is her filing for it. All right, so obviously the government hates the activity of it because they can't control it. The Banking Cartel is going to continue to bribe politicians to get this done. Trashy Cynthia is just the first of many to show their reptilian skin. She's licking her lips. Reptiles, friends. Getting serious out here. We can also pump some angel music because I do appreciate you, by the way. Don't worry, we're going to win. We have so much to be grateful for. You can actually see, friends, you know, it's not the end of the world. We are still doing okay. This is Chainlink versus Ethereum. It's going to be a while. This is a weekly chart. It's going to take a while for it to reprice higher. We need all the prices to go much higher for everybody to wake up. We have a green monthly candle. This is total crypto altcoin market cap. This is including, though, some stable coins. You can see that it's still not even outside of the poop zone. It's still in the poop zone. So we haven't even got started yet. We can also see ETH BTC towards the bottom of the range. I want to remind you, I've made many videos on this. The fourth quarter of the year, ETH BTC goes down. You saw it here, and you saw it here as well. And then in January, February, surprise, surprise, they go up, especially in the Bitcoin halving year. What about real DeFi? Real DeFi Pulse, around 35% below day one sack. PulseX as well, about just over 81% below day one sack. Here is PHEX and EHEX. Everything is still the same. I keep getting asked, where would you buy? Where would you buy? Well, look at this. This is just me. I would personally auto buy Pulse, PulseX, EHEX, and PHEX in an equal split. I would auto buy them as long as combined hex is under 10 cents. That's just me. You might be able to buy it all the way to June or September next year. We don't know how high, but that's just me. After that point, I think, all right, the market's getting so heated up, you may as well just throw money into like late bloomer altcoins that have just appeared, because we might be now thinking about 12 months from now. And we do have bullish undertones coming from the industry. Did you know Soy Bankman-Fried called out Kobe and Ledger during his court case? Kobe and Ledger, friends of the channel. Okay, they were once sponsored by FTX, one of the biggest regrets of their life, I guarantee that, and they just had to pull it all back. Okay, so in the court case, SBF, he called them the podcast with the fat one and the blonde one. So here they are now. This is when they interviewed Soy Bankman-Fried and CZ at the same time. I guess the gloves are coming off. Don't forget, Soy Bankman-Fried, he is helping the government try to take down Binance and Tether. His only way out of jail is to tell them dirt on Tether. He's trying to give dirt on Tether, dirt on Binance. They are desperately doing. He's ratting out the whole industry. So, guess we'll see what happens. Oh, man, I bet they regret this too, friends. Two Kings and Ledger and Kobe. Ah, see, friends, everybody called this guy the greatest thing ever. I said I don't trust him. He's a slimy weasel cuck, soy boy, and I don't trust him. Do you know, by the way, do you know I got abuse for saying this person's a piece of trash and I don't trust him? I got abuse. Do you know how many times I told people, guys, I've worked in a trading office. The risk room had to be locked. You were not allowed to look at other people's positions. But this guy literally had an exchange and a trading firm at the same time. Golly gee, something dodgy's going on. I knew. But what do people say? You're a hater. You just can't admit, hey, you did something about you. Well, guess what? Everybody lost all their money. You can suck it. On brighter news, it's actually not bright at all. The ECB says no more rate hikes. So I'm telling you, the European economy is probably going to crack first. They also said, this is official, right? The ECB says, all right, probably no more rate hikes. They're going to buy more Italian bonds with QE. It's just funny, man, what they're doing. This thing's going nuts, friends. The European economy is cracking. They are probably on the cusp of rate cuts again. I know with high inflation, what's going on? Something's got to give, friends. Something's got to give. There might be a bit of Middle East chess pieces being moved around here and there. Some like four-dimensional chess things going on. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Enjoy this Pepe in the fortress of toilet paper here. That European economy is very, very weak compared to US of A. It's not even the same league. So it's probably going to crack first. Also in recent news, we are witnessing something. Bitboy, so Ben Armstrong, we'll call him Ben now. Ben, has he bitten off more than he can chew? So during the last bull market, just to let you know what happened. During the last bull market, to reach high status, million followers, etc., what Ben did was he went to basically, you go to CoinGecko, he goes to the biggest communities, and he says, you know what I'm going to do? I want to align myself with some of the big passionate ones. And what he did was he nominated himself chief of XRP army. He did this and he said XRP is going to be great. We're going to hit $8 to $10, just like everybody thought. And he did this, and the strategy did work for the Bitboy channel. So Ben aligned himself with XRP and Cardano primarily. Every single day, every week, there was one piece of news on XRP, one piece of news on Cardano. Did it help? No. You can tell their prices just went down only from the moment he started doing them. And it's actually pretty bearish signal, because now you have someone who's got 1 million followers. Everybody's tuning in for it. Who else is left to buy? So you can kind of think about it like that way. Now, unfortunately, what's happened is people have got a sour taste in their mouth, because they realize after all this time, they're alleging that they've been used. They go, wait a minute. You don't actually care about our community. You're just here for the views. And what Ben is now doing is he has gone to Soylana. So he was a hater of Soylana back in 2021. I remember I sold at 108x. I remember the Soylana hackathon came out. This is the Sol BTC chart. The hackathon or something came out here. Maybe it was August. It was literally sell the news. I sold everything. I literally bought here and just sold all here. I made like 108x on US dollar. And he was very skeptical as well. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Like every other person out there is pro Soylana. I'm getting everything out, and Bitboy was as well. But Ben, he was XRP Cardano, so he had something else to lean on. But now he's saying, welcome to the squad, Solana soldiers. I'm your leader, Ben Armstrong, the Sultan of Solana. I love you guys. But unfortunately, look at this. You can actually see he's getting ratioed. So on Twitter, when you see a lot more tweets, replies versus likes, it's ratio. It means basically people are so angry that they're typing in, okay? So this is just the issues are going on. You're going to start to see more of this as a bull market transpires. But please, okay, if you are new, tell your friends and family this. Tell your friends and family this. Do not waste your time with anything in the top rankings. Don't. You need to know what you're doing. You got to be super... Look, I would tell my friends and family, yes, I've got friends and family in Chainlink. But guess what? They've been accumulating for ages. They're pretty hard in it. Right? I know you like a hard friendly show. They're pretty hard in it. What's going to happen when your friends is... Oh, I like Chainlink. Okay, they put in $300. Okay, it goes up a 5x. Sweet. They go, oh, cool. Let me put in my other $85,000 at the top. That's what they're going to do. You want to completely avoid that. Anything in this top rank, you've got to be accumulating throughout the whole bear market. You've had 2 years to do it. Because, of course, we all want them to go 100x, but what if they only go like 10, 15, 20? We don't know. So now you're starting to see this. That's why Ben's strategy is to just accumulate views and popularity from these. I wonder how it's going to go because he's just taking heat from anywhere. They're actually saying so that even the XRP community has turned their back. XRP community, we finally got rid of him. They're talking about it. So they're basically, everyone's saying like, you're making all of us a side chick. We don't like it at all. Because you can see, friends, all my teachings, how many times I made these videos for you, it's all about the tribe and the community. You can't go to America and then be 100% say pro-China, right? Even though there's technically, I mean, hey, I like this piece of land and you're on that piece of land. But you know culturally and in the tribe how that sounds and how that feels. We know how humans we are. You can't go one part of the jungle and also support the other part of the jungle over across the river who have the other pieces of coconut and the other nice land. You know what I mean? So tribes, you got to be careful. I'd also like to think about this question. Will he return to main character status? Technically, there's literally a near 0% chance. Based off the stats, nobody who comes as a main character returns after the season kills him. Someone had a chance though. Mr. Arthur Hayes, he almost had a chance. He was a main character pretty much in the bear market. And then here he is, Mr. Arthur Hayes. He was a main character in the bear market. And then he comes back now. He's changing a bit. I don't know if his main character status though. He's not really put up to the high figure status that we're looking for when it comes to the type of wealth that gets created with these, like Duke Kwon, even Richard Ha, Michael Saylor, or all these people coming in because they're associated with hyperbolic pumps. But it is good marketing messaging. The founder of Pulse and PulseX is the same guy who made Hex. You know, this is the only marketing you need. You literally tell people, okay, look at this. You know, this coin did a 10,000x, by the way, from the bottom to the top. And by the way, it's like really low right now. It's minus 98% down from the top right now. And luckily for you, the same dude made 2 other coins designed to pump. How about that? I want to ask you, how high do you think PulseChain and PulseX can go? PLS and PLSX. How high do you think they can go? I get asked this a lot. And it really does depend on how high you think Bitcoin can go. And we don't really know. Everything is a game of probability. You can make the case for 10x, for 30, for 50, for 100, for 300. You can make a case for anything. I'm just letting you know. The crowd consensus is a 50 to 100x. That's the crowd. The crowd expects 50 to 100x. Now, if there's one thing we know about the crowd, is they're never right. It's either wrong to the downside or wrong to the upside. Also, it's possible that the crowd's average expectation changes in a year from now. That could still happen. I want to know what you think. Let me know, friends. Comment section below. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, all. To Mum and Dad, we do love and appreciate them. Catch you soon.